As we get back into school routines, it's the perfect time to think about how we can all stay healthy, especially when it comes to our hearts. Today, we have an inspiring young heart survivor and a cardiologist. They'll share how to make this school year not just successful, but heart healthy too. Let's welcome Ruby Munoz and Dr. Ritu Sharma, both with the American Heart Association Sacramento. Welcome to the both of you. Thanks for being on. So I wanted to start off with you, Ruby. I mean, school days can get pretty busy. I know you were talking about school just started for you last week. So how do you make sure you keep your heart strong and healthy with everything going on?
Well, I make sure that I start off the day with a nice, healthy breakfast, and I fill up my water bottle to make sure I stay hydrated throughout the day.
Oh, what's a healthy breakfast look like for you?
Usually I'll have maybe some peanut butter toast or like a protein shake, so I'm like healthy and like ready for the day.
I like that. Do you have a go-to healthy snack?
I like eating like different types of nuts and like fruit for me. My favorite type of fruit is probably like strawberries or like peanuts.
Yeah, I like that. Strawberries can go with everything, so that's always a good one. And then Dr. Sharma, as both a cardiologist and a parent, how would you encourage kids to develop healthy eating and exercise habits?
I think we don't realize as parents that we are our kids' #1 role model. And they may not listen to what you say. I know my kid doesn't, but they are actually watching what you're doing. So it's very important to make the right choices. So choose a plant-based diet, whole foods rather than processed foods. Choose to exercise at least 3 to 4 times a week. Choose not to smoke and limit your alcohol intake. And I think it's also important to have your kids see you working on your own mental health. I think this lays the foundation for good health practices that last them a lifetime.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I remember when I was a kid and just kind of seeing what my parents ate, what they cooked, those led into habits that I grew into as an adult. So how crucial is also physical activity for heart health, and are there certain exercises that are super beneficial, Dr. Sharma?
I think physical activity is very important. It's important for your heart health, your regular general health, but I think it's also very important to mental health. And I think with kids these days, they deal with things that we never imagined when we were kids. So physical exercise actually helps you have more chemicals, we call them happy chemicals, that give you a sense of well-being. And it's a natural way of uplifting that. So definitely a recommendation. And cardio is a great form of exercise.
Yeah, especially just taking a walk outside. I feel like it helps alleviate maybe any stress I have. It's a way to step outside and just kind of enjoy a little me time.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so Ruby, can you tell us about a fun game or activity you love that helps keep you active?
I love going to like my dance classes. I dance about 5 days a week. And then for school, I look forward to PE.
Oh, I like that. So you're already an active girl already. What kind of dancing do you do?
I do lots of styles, but probably my favorite is tap.
Oh, very cool. And then Dr. Sharma, I mean, sleep, it's often overlooked. I'm as guilty as with that as well too. So when we talk about health, how does it impact our cardiovascular health, and what can we do about it?
So sleep is critical. I think we all need that downtime. Our body, our heart needs that time where it's kind of rest and relaxation. It gets to recuperate to fight another day. So when we deprive our body of sleep, we see a lot of cardiac complications. So a lot of cardiac risk factors are more common in people that are sleep deprived. So you're more likely to have high blood pressure, elevated sugar or tendency towards diabetes, even overweight and obesity is more common. So these are all cardiac risk factors. And you've probably noticed, if you don't sleep well, that next day, not only are you more tired, but you're reaching for food. You're kind of in gluttony mode, and it's not even the things that you're reaching for. You're reaching for like sugary junk type food. So there's actually a physiological explanation for this. Your satiety and your hunger center gets kind of screwed up. And so you're making more of those poor choices. Now, as far as what can we do, especially with kids, I think having a regimented sleep time and having them kind of unwind right before that, no screen time, no electronics, start calming the lights, calming the noises around them. And then if they're feeling sleepy, don't fight it, let them go to sleep. The other thing that's very important is caffeine intake. And I think I try to cut off by early to mid-afternoon. So caffeine causes irritability, nervousness, sleeplessness in children, but also in adults.
Yeah.
But we have to realize they are not us. They're a mini version of us. So our cutoff for caffeine is different for them. So usually I say 80 milligrams or even less if they're younger kids. And this is important in the day of energy drinks. You know, a regular energy drink may have 200 milligrams or more of caffeine.
Yeah.
So it's important for us as parents to be mindful and look at those labels before we bring things in for our kids.
Yeah, all important stuff to remember as students head back to school and making sure we have those heart healthy tips. Thank you to the both of you.
Thank you.
All right, to our viewers, you can learn more about staying heart healthy by going to heart.org.